In the quiet village of Ajakaye, nestled between rolling hills and dense forest, lived a young hunter named Olu. He was known for his bravery, but he longed for something greater, an adventure that would etch his name in the stories of his people. One evening, as he sat by the river, sharpening his machete, an old woman approached him. Her back was bent with age, and her eyes held secret untold. Olu, she called, her voice like the whisper of rustling leaves. Your destiny lies beyond this village. You must travel to the land of the gods and return with the feather of an Òrìṣà. The villagers spoke in hushed tones about the land of the gods. An ethereal realm where the powerful Òrìṣà resided. No mortal had ever set foot there and returned. But Olu, feeling the weight of destiny on his shoulders, bowed before the old woman and asked, "How do I find this land?" She handed him a small, intricately carved calabash. "Go to the sacred grove at midnight. Pour this on the ground, and the path will reveal itself." That night, under the full moon, Olu followed the woman's instructions. As soon as the liquid touched the earth, a shimmering portal appeared. Without hesitation, he stepped through. Olu found himself in a world unlike any he had seen. Golden rivers flowed between floating islands, and the sky shimmering with colors unknown to mortals. Towering trees whispered in a language only spirits understood. Before him stood Eshu, the trickster god, with a mischievous grin. "You wish to take a feather from an Òrìṣà, you must pass 3 trials," Eshu declared. The first trial was a test of courage. A raging river blocked his path, and the only way across was to walk on a bridge made of invisible steps. With faith in his heart, Olu took a step forward and found solid ground beneath his feet. He crossed without hesitation. The second trial was a test of wisdom. He came upon a giant tortoise that spoke in riddles. "What is stronger than the elephant but softer than the wind?" After pondering, Olu replied, "The spirit of a determined man." The tortoise nodded and let him pass. The final trial was a test of sacrifice. In a clearing, he saw his late father, smiling and holding out his arms. "Come home, my son," the vision called. Olu's heart ached, but he knew it was an illusion, meant to test his resolve. With tears in his eyes, he turned away. Having passed his trials, he arrived at the palace of Oshun, the river goddess. She sat on a throne of flowing water, golden bracelets jingling. "You have proven yourself, Olu," she said, plucking a single feather from her gown and placing it in his hand. "Return home and let this feather guide your people to greatness." As he stepped back through the portal, he found himself in Ajakaye once more. The villagers gathered around, awed by the radiant feather in his grasp. old woman was nowhere to be seen, but her voice echoed in the wind. You have walked where mortals dare not tread, and now your name will live forever. From that day on, Olu was no longer just a hunter, he was a legend.